Deb here with Creative Life, and welcome to my crafty channel. Thank you all for being here and joining me today for this fun crafty video. Today what we're going to be doing is something a little bit different. I know a lot of you do some swaps and things in different groups, and so I was asked to do a video on how I package my swaps. And so I love doing swaps, and it's a great time for me to make new crafty friends and meet new people from around the world, and also to share some of my goodies with other people. So I wanted to share with you real quick how I do that. And so I went ahead, I joined a swap that we're going to be sending 6x6 papers. So I went ahead and pulled out some of my 6x6 papers and a few extra goodies to send out to my swap partner. So for this swap, I'm going to share with you how I would package something like this. And usually what I do is I save, if you purchase 12x12 papers, and they come in the big 12x12 little cellophane bags, right? So you will get them in something like this, right? And I'm going to go ahead and put my 6x6 papers inside of this because I don't have something that will fit my 6x6 papers. So what I did was I went ahead and, emptied all the air out inside of the bag. And I'm just going to fold it over like this, okay? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and grab some tissue paper, and we're going to wrap it like a present. So I am going to go ahead and share with you a little bit on how I do mine. Now, I know there's a lot of people out there that do a lot more than me. I just get amazed every time I get a swap and somebody sends me something that is just packaged up so nicely done, and you can use those ideas. And that's what I started doing as well. I'm sending also some little Dulce paper cards, ephemera, to my swap partner to go along with some of the 6x6 paper that I sent her. So if you don't have bag toppers, okay, you can always use just strips of paper, okay, and go ahead and cut them at about 1 inch, 1 or 2 inches, okay, and then just score down the middle and use that as your little topper, okay, because you're just gonna go ahead and you're gonna fold that over just like this, okay, just like that. And then you can go ahead and you can just staple that right on top there, okay? And then you can add a flower, maybe a few beads, or maybe a large gem or something like that on top of there. Just something, whatever you have available. Use your stash. Do not go out and buy new stuff to make your bag toppers or anything like that. The one thing that I did invest in is cellophane bags, and you can grab those, and I believe that they have them now at Walmart. They have them at Hobby Lobby and Michael's. They have them all over the place. So just invest in a few little ones. Don't get a bunch. You don't need a whole bunch right away. Just add to your stash as you swap. That's what I do. A lot of times when you purchase things online and you will get little cellophane bags like this, go ahead and keep those, because you can use those later to package up something else from a swap that you've joined. So that is another great idea. So I have kept, actually, sometimes I even keep like little bags that I have, like I've bought from the store with things inside of it. So okay, here we go. So like here is one that had some mini flowers in it, and it's by Kaiser Craft, okay, and it had the little card inside of it. I will keep these bags, okay, and see right here where the hanger is, I will actually cover that up with a bag topper, okay? So that way it doesn't slide out, okay? So of course I'm going to take out the tag that's inside the cardboard, okay, that used to hold the little flowers. All right, so now you've got a nice little cellophane bag to send to somebody with some goodies inside. Another great idea that I've done before is if this is too plain for you and you don't really want to put like a little strip of paper on top of your cellophane bag, then use a die, okay? So you have a die here, right? And this is an old die. I did this, I don't know, I've had this for a long time, you guys. So use a die and cut out a die. Go ahead and ink up the edges and then fold it in half and you can put it on there. And you can still dress that up. So you can even raise it a little bit if you wanted to, or just put it down just like that. And there is a nice little bag topper. And you know, if they wanted to, they can definitely pull out the staple and they can use that on a project because it's large enough to stick on a tag, a card, or you know, whatever they're doing. So yes, I've even done that before. so yeah, so you can definitely do that, okay? The other thing that you can do is you don't have to do a bag topper if you don't want to. If you have a flower that you've made, you know, and it's in your stash, go ahead and just use one of your glue dots, okay, and stick it on the back of your flower and just stick it on top of the bag, okay? It still looks really nice and it does give a nice presentation, okay? So this bag here has your opening up on top, so I didn't want to, you know, close that or staple it down, so I just went ahead and placed the flower right on top of there. Okay, and then the last thing I want to share is your little boxes. If you have box dies, then go ahead and pull them out and do like 4 or 5 of them, right? So you have them in your stash, put them together, have them ready to go, and that way they're ready for you to put little goodies inside to send out. So for this one, I put in some little fans that I created for my partner. So there are a few ideas for you. So, and like I said, if you have bag toppers, great. You can definitely go ahead and go that route. You can also use leftover lace. So, how you're going to do that is you're just going to go ahead, and I'm going to grab my little tin here full of lace, okay? And I have a little piece right here. Let's see here, I can grab, oh, here we go. See, here's a little piece. And you can just stick that lace right on top of there, okay, or right just like this, okay? And then you can string some beads along the top part, and that gives a nice little presentation, okay? So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so we're going to use this lace to decorate this little bag here, and I am going to go ahead and I think I'll add, I don't know if I'm going to add this on top of there, just to kind of give it a little bit of a, where might add this? Maybe I'll add that. There we go. I'll add that. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and put this together, and I'm going to show you what you can do. So there you go. So now you have a nice presentation for your little bag, and you just used odds and ends that you had in your stash. So now on to this one. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab my tissue paper and I'll be right back. Okay, so if you're like me, you saved some of your tissue paper, okay, and I went ahead and found this really pretty purple one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay this over like this. It's going to be behind, and I'm just going to fold this up, okay. Okay, so after you wrap it, then I went ahead and I found some lace in my stash. And I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to start in the front, okay? Start in the front, go around, just like you do a present, you know. And there we go. So you can leave it like this if you'd like, okay? But I like to add a little flower. So I'm going to add this little flower like right here in. Just like that. Stick that on there. Okay. And there we go. So that way all she has to do is just lift that off, untie it, and there she goes. And she can use this as well as one of her little goodies. So, when you wrap something like this, you are also sending them some love by sending them, you know, some things that they can use and have in their stash. So that is how I usually wrap all my items. This is just, you know, a little something to give you guys some ideas on what to do, or if you're swapping. So I hope that you liked some of my ideas, and you can go ahead and incorporate them with the swaps that you package up to your friends. So thank you all so much for joining me. I really appreciate you all taking the time to watch my channel. Take care, and I will talk to you soon. Bye! Thank you all so much for joining me today, and down in the left-hand corner is another crafty video for you to enjoy. And please subscribe and hit that bell for future notifications.